Hello and welcome to Manfield Night, where Team Liquid are opening up their first ever World Championship Series against Complexity Gaming. I'm Subi Smash, and joining me is my good friend Achieves. And Achieves, I have a question for you. This Team Liquid, brand new to the World Championship, whereas Complexity Gaming has that wild card under their belt. Do you think that kind of benefits them this series?
Yes, definitely a little bit of an edge, I think, has to be given to Complexity, at least early on. It is best of 7, so Liquid does have some time to settle in a bit more than usual here. And thankfully for Complexity as well, in that final match of the wild card, they got RLCS unpinned out of the cage, really out there going to work on the attack. So we'll see if that's kept up and if Liquid can put them back behind bars.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you. Both of these teams, all 6 members, first time being at a World Championship, and oh no, RLCS, that's the wrong way as an own goal goes in, and Complexity gonna go up 1.
Car's blue, team's orange. He's going the right way. Would you believe
it was blue on my screen.
I know, right? Car's blue, RLCS going the right way. Liquid backed up against their own half. RLCS just cutting rotation in the box because the ball came right out to him. CRR though, that guy has been on an absolute tear throughout all of the wild card. Curious to see if he can keep up such a high performance on both sides of the ball. He's been critical in Complexity's performance so far.
That is gonna mess with me all series long.
I know, right?
That blue car, it threw me off, man. It tricked me.
It almost got me too.
And oh my gosh, the trick is to unlock RLCS as soon as possible, and it's already happened within the first 50 seconds.
They unlock RLCS, but oh my goodness, did AJG have to go get the keys himself and do a ton of work there in the corner. Such a soft catch into a perfect flip reset to get around one defender and a beautiful dish into the middle. That was a massive setup from AJG, excuse me.
And already, Complexity Gaming showing us how beneficial that wild card truly is. They were second in goals per game, first in shots per game, first in assists per game. I mean, the offensive production has been stellar for this team and showed no signs of slowing up through these group stages. And Team Liquid already left baffled here in game number 1.
Liquid, I think a lot to do with how quickly they're able to get to a few of these challenges there in the midfield. And thinking Oski's going to have some work to be done once his teammates finally start to get a handle on how Complexity is approaching the ball. Dish to Oski off the backboard. It's a tough one and kept out. Ato not able to find a way through.
I like that play from Ato though. I like to see utilizing those posts as a 4th teammate, trying to get those passing plays around the defenders. As Team Liquid already turned away, and Complexity looking to start offense as a big boom comes out all the way downfield as Oski was downfield getting demos. Shot comes out, falls right into his lap, and they can't find the angle. You gotta get those opportunities to go.
Just missed it. Oski may have been a little bit worried about maybe a goalie. Second chance here into the middle, cleared away by AJG. Ato once more into the mix. This is a favorable skip and saved again. The follow through will come by, and Acronic will finally get Liquid on the board and cut the lead in half.
Took almost half a game, but they finally get one to go as Oski was looking for bottom right, and Acronic playing cleanup in the box. Team Liquid finally get that offense going, finally feeling comfortable here on Manfield Night, and Complexity have a game on their hands.
Great press from Team Liquid, and wasting no time on the following kickoff either, and they're gonna score!
Oh my goodness, Oski and Acronic have been unlocked as well. This series already turning into a shootout. And they're just picking apart the defense, working them left to right.
CRR had no idea where that shot was coming from. Very rare to catch him completely blind to a situation. He took his best guess, and he was dead wrong.
It's so unfortunate for Complexity Gaming there. All it took was 6 seconds. And this scoreline has been completely evened up as Complexity Gaming, again, rushing back to defense. Seems like the tides have completely shifted, and Team Liquid asserting themselves at midfield. But here comes AJG. That's been the biggest X factor, in my opinion, for Complexity Gaming, but that doesn't matter. The outlet pass downfield, and Oski hammers it home.
Oski lurking. It's not a bad pass from AJG. The only issue is his teammates on the other corner stealing away the boost, so the timing isn't right for Complexity. They end up just giving away a free ball across the middle. They just find Oski down the seam.
Great play there, and great vision from Ato to see Oski wide open, streaking down the center of the field. And that precision, that accuracy from Oski to not only find the mark, but to put that power behind it to ensure the defense couldn't get there. A thing of beauty, and Complexity Gaming looked like they were gonna just run through this team in the first minute of gameplay, but so far, it's so quiet. Outside of that, great infield pass, cleaned up by Ato. And Razebull, he's been the one to get the goals for Complexity Gaming, but his teammates need to offer up something a little more here.
CRR was playing front man for a decent chunk there, just trying to find any type of demos. Liquid keeping their heads on a swivel. They're seeming to rely on AJG to go and get the work done with the ball.
Oh, great little juke there from Oski. Made the defender think he was going up behind it. Faked it out, perfect timing as AJG left alone on an island. Team Liquid had numbers advantage, but final 60 seconds remain here. Complexity Gaming still searching for one to even this one up, and that might be it as CRR goes far post and knocks us up.
CRR so precise. You love to see this ball from Razebull into the middle, say go and get it, and boy, it wasn't free. Oski was there, he was coming back. You had to get it all the way out to the left, and a great bit of shooting from CRR.
Made sure to hit his mark. But so far, Razebull, 100% goal participation in this one. And on the other side, Team Liquid, Oski is doing the same. This one is so fun. Not a lot of history between these two teams. They played each other for the first time ever in the Spring Major. And Complexity Gaming got the better of Team Liquid, went all the way to game number 5 as that one almost went in. Here comes Oski. Let's see what he has. Not a lot of boost, that's for sure. Defense doesn't know it though. No one goes, and CRR left alone. He's got to clean this one up. Less than 15 seconds to go here, and Oski's free. Pushes that one down to Ato. Ato far post, but can't tuck it in. And Oski still pressuring, but CRR pushes it all the way to midfield. And one more go for Team Liquid here, but that one gonna hit the ground. And this is just a group of overtimes.
Dicey overtime for regulation, I should say, or the end of it for Complexity. Scary couple of positions. They managed to find a way out and actually managed to find a little bump into a couple members of Liquid as Complexity just looking to regain a little bit of position here. CRR to the middle, Razebull, and picked off by Acronic.
Great vision there from Acronic, recognizing that that was turning into a pass. No shot available was coming out. And here comes CRR, avoids the demo. A little bit of boost for CRR, goes for the bump, and HHG, it is just pandemonium at midfield. And CRR doesn't have much to work with, just has to dump it off, but Complexity gonna maintain possession.
Decent position as well. A little bit of space to work with, into the middle, and into the net. HHG will convert.
Easy enough for Complexity Gaming there in overtime, off of the hand of Razebull, and what a dish indeed off of that back wall to end it in game number 1.
Such a great job from Razebull. You can see him cut up the sidewall, froze the defense there. They totally believed him, and then he just cut right back down to the floor, let the defense and the ball come back to him. And then he just dished it mid. Huge play from Razebull, getting it done on both sides of the ball there. Actually, well, I should say really one side of the ball. He's scoring a bunch of goals and making a bunch of assists, but his teammates definitely picking it up defensively. Great game overall, and Liquid, that's 13 shots. Only able to find the back a few times. Complexity overall able to really hold out there on defense throughout game 1.
Well, they didn't have a good middle of game number 1, but they sure started off hot and ended perfectly. Great job for Team Complexity, slowing down Team Liquid, and more importantly, Oski. I mean, this is such a fun series. We have El Toro on one side, we have the Giant on the other, just two behemoths going head to head and just fully living up to those expectations. Both of these guys are just, like we said, offensive powerhouses in this one. and they did exactly what they needed to do for their teams.
Yeah, and you got to do a lot of work to get through Big Oz. There's a reason I don't want to mess with him. I see him with the ball. It's fascinating. You see him catch the ball, and everyone kind of just stops because you never know what that guy's going to bring to the table. So a lot of good work from Oski in general. We'll see if he's able to lead his team to success in Game 2. They're going to need some type of way forward because Complexity, they started out hot. Game 2 is a totally different story. Liquid seems to have figured out it was just a really nice play from RazeBull and OT. So let's start a new 5 minutes and see what happens.
Forbidden Temple was waiting for us. Game number 2 is underway, and already Complexity coming out aggressive. Demos all over the place. Ato, last one left on the pitch. Shot goes up, and Ato manages to get the big save while his teammates were waiting to spawn in, and already CRR pre-jumping. The reads from Complexity have been great, but can they stop this Team Liquid offense for a full 5 minutes? Last game, it seemed like Team Liquid took a while to wake up. Oh, and there it is, a big miss. You gotta hit those.
This is a tough one. He might have thought he had time, could have been communicated. No real guarantees either way. He's rotating back from midfield, doesn't have the cleanest look at it. Either way, needed some type of touch there, and be it from not knowing or missing the ball, it will cost his team the first goal in Game 2.
They came out hot, first 30 seconds. Tons of aggression, the bumps, the demos were coming through. But all Team Liquid needed was one shot downfield. They were able to capitalize. Here comes Complexity, looking to respond, and that shot pulled it off the mark. Looking for that left upper 90, and RazeBull again. I'm always so impressed with the mechanical players on the field and their ability to always find that space. You were talking about it with Oski. We see it with RazeBull. We see it with all those headline players where somehow, some way, they're just always in that right place, the right time to provide that space to let those mechanics fly.
Yep, they put themselves in great position. Make sure that the plays come to them. AJG out in front, says get out of the way. Oh, and he will be denied. Oh. The recovery from CRR, picking his moment.
I love that AJG doesn't give up on this play, gets the demo, gets the bump, and then says, whoa, ball there, goes for the shot, making a toe jump, and CRR puts the exclamation point on that play, and Complexity knot us up at 3:31.
This is gonna go 7.
I hope so.
You can feel it. It's such a tightly contested one. Team Liquid and Complexity both having to battle so hard as they return the favor with the bump in the air, and Liquid says the lead's ours again.
Oh, that hurts so bad. You're going up, you think it's the easiest touch, but Ato turned off ball cam, set his sights on you, and pushed you to the back line. And just like that, Team Liquid swing the lead back to their hand.
And you can see how much trust RazeBull had in CRR there as well. He was like, CRR doesn't miss. He's just going to hit that ball, and I'm going to be ready to go. That's what I do.
I mean, to be fair, if I was on the pitch, I think that I would hit it. But my goodness.
Team Liquid knows. They're like, get them out of the way, man.
Just the tools available in the arsenal of all these players to know that, okay, we can go for flip resets, we can go for the air dribbles, we can go for all these crazy plays, or we'll just turn ball cam off and go for a bump. Makes it so frustrating as a defender, just constantly forcing you to overthink. As Complexity, again, trying their hand at offense. And so far, Team Liquid doing a great job here at game number 2 of really nullifying RazeBull, keeping him out of the equation and forcing CRR and AJG to do their thing.
They are trying to make CRR and AJG be the ones in position. RazeBull right now is kind of just a big flag that's being waved in Team Liquid's face, where they have to respond to whatever he does. Such a big presence himself. As ball in the middle, RazeBull just kind of dumps it out to space,
nice
hoping
read
to get it to CRR. It was a little soft, got picked off.
Great read there from Macronic, and almost had that tight angle as he rotates all the way back, and Oski lets that one get away from him. A turnover for Team Liquid here. Big opportunity for Complexity, and Macronic on the goal line denies that one. They're not done just yet, and again, RazeBull finds himself with time, finds himself with space, and finds the shot, but turned away by Oski. Huge defensive stance for Team Liquid.
Not done yet. AJG seeing if he can take away a little boost, but Macronic covering so much space, and RazeBull just trying to find any empty ground. TRR forced up early, dumped back the other way, and Ato to himself in the corner, will wisely slow the play down.
Both of these teams realize how important this is.
Oh,
CRR poaching in the box to tie us up.
He just knows, man, that guy is positioned so well every time. Just could feel that Race Bull's going to put something in the middle. It's not going to be easy for him. Picks off the weak clear, ties it up.
Always got to have that second man in a position to just play cleanup, just in case a rebound happens to fall in your lap. That's exactly what happened for CRR there. As the infield passes off and the toe goes up. Such a tough spot for CRR, and Liquid immediately respond.
Even if CRR would have been able to get that save, Liquid had him covered. You could see it, Chronic. There was like, no way are you pulling this one off the line.
There is absolutely no shot at saving that ball. Just a free play for a toe to tie this one up for Team Liquid as 70 seconds remain here, game number 2. Team Liquid looking to tie this series up. Here comes AJG, he's going up looking for a double tap, has the angle, but turned away by a Chronic. Huge save for Team Liquid.
Ooh, and having to buy a lot of time in an awkward position, Liquid could extend the lead here.
Oh boy. Almost a massive gaffe on the defensive half from Complexity, but somehow they stay alive. Still need one goal to tie it up. 40 seconds remain, and this is a good way to do it. Nice little dump-off play. Here comes CRR, runs out of boost, but that one goes back. That's dangerous, and a toe gets him out.
AJG was taking a risk there. He's like, I'm going to play the ball no matter what. A toe
oh
wasn't
my
himself,
gosh.
trying to chop one into the net. Oski just waiting patiently with no boost, forced to dump the ball away. Complexity, can you find a gap?
Here goes Complexity. They need to get this ball forward. They need to get in the blue half. Great little dump off there to Raise Bull. He gets it over one, gets it past the second, and they do get the boost steal, but the time starting to tick down. 5 seconds to go here. Complexity Gaming have to go the full length of the field, and they've got to keep the ball up. Not gonna happen, and Team Liquid even us up.
Almost had it there at 0 seconds. Raise Bull went for the fake challenge and was hoping maybe AGG would be able to pick it off, but fortunately, neither player able to find contact with the ball, and Complexity indeed concede game 2, but boy, look at AJG, the exterminator. 7 demos in game 2. Guy was doing work out there in front.
He absolutely was. Just going head-to-head with a toe, as a toe is number 2 demos in all of Europe. You know, both of these teams have their position players, and they play them to perfection. They complement each other so well. As we get a look at the Mobile One high-performance replays, a toe showing up huge in this one. 672 points off of 6 shots, 2 goals, 1 assist, 2 saves. So what makes this Team Liquid team so dangerous is not only the potential for the team plays that we've seen, those outlet passes forward and all of that, but the individual mechanical plays that all 3 members possess is just a thing of beauty.
It's dangerous. Team Liquid has a lot of tools in the hat to pull out from, and it is tough to defend every single one of them. That being said, Complexity trying their best. They're getting their own physical game going, opening up a lot of extra space to work with, and they were both teams quite well aware of the timing, it feels, of the play. I think there's only been one time where a player hasn't really known exactly where they need to be, and it was that kickoff goal that got scored on CRR. As this one might go back the other way. A Chronic just able to kiss it off the bar. And
oh boy,
needs help, and Racebull's gonna pick his pocket.
Unfortunate situation for the defender here as it goes the wrong way. Toe
he just
wants another
at
shot at that, but Raise Bull not going to give it to him. Complexity immediately take the lead.
That was bold. El Toro says, I'm charging, and they were not ready for it.
You show him red, and he's going.
Oh, with a bump!
No way! They're just capitalizing on mayhem right now. Complexity Gaming unlocked.
Oh, and Racebull keeps going. You saw him turn forward with AJG picking up that ball, and says, Chronic, you don't get to make the save either.
Whew, Team Liquid down 2 goals. It's only been 15 seconds. But one thing is true, Chiefs. At the start of this series, we promised a shootout, and it is absolutely delivered so far.
Crazy one, requiring so much effort from both teams to just find the net, as a toe harrying AJG in his own box. Ball to CRR with a little bit of space here. Team Liquid finally trying to reassert dominance of possession. Nice little clear off his own backboard. Acronic just rips one on target. Floater away by Razebull, but Complexity likely to be pushed back here for at least some time.
Great boost management there from AJG. On that back wall, only had 2 the entire time. Elected not to use it, and there's the infield pass. 1-2 give and go. We'll call it a fake. CRR gets credited with the goal.
Thought for sure maybe this one would get stolen away there in the midfield, but Razebull just able to poke it across, and try as you might, the blue trail. He completely believed that touch was coming. To be honest, Razebull probably did too, but whatever gets the job done.
And those are the best passes, the ones that can be a shot where you've got to force the defender to go. And when you have that offensive guru like Razebull, I mean, what are you going to do? You have to respect the fact he's at the top of the box. It's an easy poke. He doesn't even get the touch.
That's exactly what he does. Just draws so much attention on the offensive side of things with the speed and the mechanic. Dished out to a toe and somehow speared into the corner and turned into a redirect. What is this?
They're turning everything into gold. You might as well call him Midas. And Razebull, an insane redirect.
If that's a training pack shot,
sign me up.
That's crazy.
Oh my. Team Liquid initially found themselves in a hole, but that hole has quickly turned into a cavern. They've got to find some gear to get out of this one, and it is going to be a tall task. Just over 3 minutes remain. So I guess if you're an optimist, you can say, hey, it's not even the first half done yet. They've put up 4. Surely we can do the same to them.
You would like to think that some inspired Rocket League, I think, is the word words I'm looking for here from Complexity. Feels like they can do no wrong right now when they touch the ball. As Liquid with a couple of flip resets turned away at the goal mouth of Complexity. But finally, things have slowed down at least marginally. Acronic, nice little attempt at a fake. AJG just able to get a hand on it. And Liquid poking and prodding here on the Complexity half.
And right now, Team Liquid sure could use the #1 goals per game leader in all of Europe as he misses that one, but Acronic there to clean it up yet again. He's always in the right place in the box.
Great job following through the play here. Oski, yeah, it doesn't go in, but Razebull, he's going to be kicking himself that he missed that ball. Probably thinking that maybe he was going to have to defend something else or the timing was different. Regardless, the whiff on the line will cost you. Complexity give up 1, and the lead is cut to 3. Long way to go yet.
All you need is 1 to get it going. They did exactly that. And Oski gets up in time to get the save there. Acronic awkward on that one, but just gets up to ensure a 50-50. Doesn't matter which direction it goes. You just want to make contact. And Razebull made contact with that one accidentally and kept it away from CRR. He does go up off the ceiling. There's Acronic to meet him and immediately rips that ball and turns it into offense. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and you could see AJG took a big bite of Oski, had to really fight to get back here for control. Not the cleanest takeaway, and CRR throwing one back towards the corner, and a huge punt from Complexity, stealing and cleared at the last second by Big Oz.
Oh my goodness. The Polish powerhouse holding down the back line for Team Liquid. They need him on offense. They need to get one as Oski. Looks like he got Goomba stomped there by Razebull. Couldn't do anything with that ball. Big flick pass, and nobody expecting that on the pitch.
That one had the juice on it. Didn't think it was going to come off that hot of the flick. Maybe could have cut the lead down to 2. Nice pop forward. Razebull will just delay and return fire here. Ball into the middle for AJG and stopped again by Oski.
Now that we're almost all the way through Game 3 here, this series is fully settled in. Complexity Gaming showing us why they are the best defensive team in all North America. I mean, they're just putting Team Liquid on lock right now. It was a shootout in games 1 and 2, but in this one, they have figured out Team Liquid and how they tick and have completely turned them off.
Complexity have a great system that really does seem to work for them. They have a lot of trust in Razebull to be a really, really tight supporting type of player to the play. And he's just going to use every drop of boost in the tank he's got to try and make something happen. And AJG and CRR, boy, do they do a great job of knowing what tools they have behind them. And they position wonderfully. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of great communication that gets the job done for Complexity. And Liquid going to have their work cut out for him here, because this one got away from him, and it got away from him quick. Granted, some brilliant plays from Complexity as they will put an exclamation point, or maybe just an ellipses of, yeah, we know we won this one at the end of game 3.
Maybe an ampersand? Just trying to name off things. Sound as smart as you. It'll never happen. But Complexity Gaming showing how smart they are on the pitch to take down Team Liquid. And I never got the opportunity to fully finish my thought earlier when I was speaking of Team Complexity, or Complexity Gaming, I'm sorry. With AJG and being the X factor for this team, we know how great CRR is. We know how great El Toro is. But AJG, for me, is that player that if he shows up, that's when Complexity Gaming is almost near impossible to beat. And when he's kind of fluttering, that's when we see them fall to defeat. But with him and his performance so far in this series, Complexity Gaming are here to play through this weekend.
Absolutely. A phenomenal couple of games for AJG today, let alone his performance in the wild card. It in and of itself was an excellent show. And Complexity seemed to have not lost a step at all with the day off yesterday, getting set for the main event. Come in guns blazing. And Liquid, whew, they're happy it's a best of 7, I think.
As our first NA versus EU matchup is underway in the group stages, I know there's always been a lot of talk between that.
Yeah,
but
yells a lot when celebrating a
no
goal.
way! I didn't know that.
He absolutely does.
I never would have guessed.
If you've been watching the wild card, everybody is well aware that Raze will stand up and pop off.
But for all you EU fans out there that just bleed through and through for your region, there's good news when it comes to Team Liquid. They always go the distance against North America. They've played against North America 6 times this season, and every single one of those has gone to either a Game 5 or a Game 7. All of them gone to Champions Field.
There's no getting away from a quality team like Liquid, and no better time for Liquid to show it here than on Utopia Dusk in Game 4 and knot this series back up. They've definitely shown that they're no strangers to being able to find opportunities over on the attack. It's just been a fantastic Complexity defensive couple of sequences to find a great way out, and more often than not, a brutal counterattack.
And they've really got to do a better job of maintaining that midfield control to slow down Team Complexity. Gather up those boost pads, do whatever you can to keep them grounded and keep them with their backs against the walls as the Chronic demos AJG, but AJG got that big clear downfield and a great 50-50 in midair. Ato gets past one. Here comes Oski. Razebull ready to meet him, but he pushes right through. Ato's gonna have a shot, but misses on that one. And it looks like CRR was there to cover it anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad idea. They might have been trying to just steal the boost and limit Complexity's options here on defense. You can see only Ato's really got anything in the tank. But AJG, CRR, and Razebull going to rely on CRR to buy a lot of time here. Team Liquid, they might try and slow down that first challenge, or at least change the timing of when it comes through. As you can see, CRR just trying to block off everybody. That one's down in front. Ato thankfully not having to deal with a crashing Razebull this time. And the punt will come through for Team Liquid.
So far, the lowest scoring game in this series was 5 goals. And by the looks of it, this is going to be a 0-0 overtime in this one, a defensive matchup. Both teams recognizing how important game number 4 is.
Chronic just right there into the midfield is like, I'm going to challenge, and then just immediately turned off. Let Complexity take a little extra space so that they can start the attack on their own side with their own timing, rather than just trying to always outrace Complexity.
Yeah, you don't always have to go full speed, pedal to the metal, boost always. As Ato slows that one, and great 50 to push that one up to Oski, and here comes Oski by 1. This is an awkward ball from Chronic. His teammates were pushed up. He's forced to retreat. And good thing he did, because that shot was on target. Here comes AJG, searching for teammates midfield. No one to be found. No one wants to push up. No one wants to give up that back line. Realize how dangerous Team Liquid are out of those transitions. As AJG pushes it down to CRR. And great 50 from him there. Not only pushing the ball back into the blue half, but the defender as well.
And it's that type of 50 that's really given Complexity a lot of decent positions. Liquid thinking, yeah, we can delay, and just getting absolutely creamed in that situation. Opportunity, Ito pulls off and lets Oski take a hand at it, and Razebull just knows, you know what, we got the space to let CRR make something happen, and he just misses the bump on a Chronic. It really does feel like a Chronic trying to take a little bit more of a positional approach there in the midfield, making sure that he can always blunt that Complexity counterattack and turn it aside.
I'll tell you, after just a little ocular test, does seem like Team Liquid, the more confident team here in game number 4. Seeing Complexity a little hesitant to push forward, focusing on defense rather than offense right here, but not as Razebull pushes forward again as Demo's all over the place. Here comes a toe, and a Chronic again lurking in that midfield, so focused on position, wants to be in the right place to set his teammates up brilliantly.
Tough for Complexity to find clean control of the ball. Just smashed off the backboard. AJG will find Razebull. He's going to be looking for CRR, but that ball didn't hit the ceiling and come down to him. So he has to give up a little bit of ground here.
Like I said, Achieves, 0-0. We're going to find ourselves in overtime. Game 4, Complexity trying to go to match point, push themselves up to Crew Esports in the group stage. It's AJG showing off his mechanics, and Oski holding down that back line, just like you, Achieves. I didn't know if anyone was there.
Got worried.
Razebull, last one there for his team, as they continue to trade blow for blow. It's a seesaw battle on the pitch.
Have to feel like you favor Team Liquid. They definitely held the edge in the attack. A floater up in front of the net. This is dangerous. Oski down into the net, and he will cut it down to size.
That's how you be a nuisance on the back line. As CRR was trying to go for the in and out save, gets completely booted out by a Chronic. No one home, and all Oski had to do was put it between the sticks.
Nice adjustment here from Team Liquid in game 4. They give themselves a shot at a win with 5 seconds left.
Complexity Gaming, again, find themselves in territory where they need to go full length of the pitch. This one up, AJG met in midair by Oski and Razebull. Oh, he had the shot available. Defenders were in net, but it hits the ground, and this series all tied up, Achieves.
There was a chance. Look at that, isn't that wild? Look how low scoring, like overall score for both teams here. Ito on 92 score.
Oh my gosh.
Oski MVP at only 284. Everyone on Complexity with the exception of Razebull under 200 score. That was a Liquid deadlock. They said, look, man, we were going full metal, and you guys were getting the better of us in the early games. What happens if we just slow down a little bit and make you really work for it?
As we take another look at our Mobile One high-performance replays, it's going to be a lot of defense on this one, because that's what the series boiled down to. And then with 11 seconds to go, the Liquid boys get up and get loud to tie this series.
CRR's got 0 saves. He was the one that tipped that last ball up above his net. Didn't even get credited a save for keeping it out before Oski was able to turn it back in. Brutal game sometimes in the stat category, but what can you do? You really think about that play where it broke down, and you could see it finally forced CRR to just have to make a type of touch just to keep it out, and it finally wasn't able to just be controlled or at least put into a playable spot. It was just, we got to dive at it. And Team Liquid, excellent job just slowly constricting Complexity in game 4 there.
And sometimes this game isn't always about the X's and O's. Sometimes it's about just forcing your hand and making your opponent make a mistake. That's what happened right there. As Complexity Gaming need to be a little more aggressive here in game number 5. Need to focus on offense, forcing Team Liquid back, because in that one, it was all Team Liquid. And if you show them the net enough times, finally or eventually, they're going to bury it.
see CRR wants to try and keep that ball close. And now I wouldn't be surprised to see Oski, Ato, and Acronic actually try the same thing, but try and go a little bit faster just to see if Complexity misread the timing of a shot.
Oh boy.
As that's a missed ball, Demo and AJG is all alone and is able to buy enough time.
I mean, did your job. You were left alone on an island, your teammates were demoed, your teammates missed the ball, and you make the save. Complexity Gaming, get away with one there. But here comes Oski, flip reset, doesn't need to use it, just pushes that ball forward and pushes Raisebowl out of the equation. CRR doesn't go up for that one. Forced to go there, teams up with AJG to get the save, but Team Liquid, Demos all over the place. Playing very aggressive right now, and it's working out well.
A welcome clear for Complexity to at least get a breath of fresh air, but you really got to stiffen up here in the midfield. You got to meet Oski right now, but you can see that boost game means too much to Complexity. They want to make sure there's enough in the tank, and they're fortunate Oski dropped it and didn't put the ball in a better spot for his team. He'll retry.
Retry, reset, go again. Oski trying to do whatever he can for Complexity Gaming, and Complexity Gaming very stagnant right now. Looks like they're trying to play out of the mud, and no one was home there. They're lucky that that challenge didn't go mid, as Raisebowl barely gets a touch there. And let's see if Complexity Gaming has any offense in the tank.
You can see CRR immediately cut up field and take away that midfield boost to deny Liquid the opportunity to have a lot of boost on that right side of the pitch. CRR down in front, doesn't have any teammates ready. Raisebowl disciplined in the midfield, waiting his turn, because there was no guarantee anything was going to materialize there. AJG on the respawn, just testing the defense of Complexity, or Liquid, excuse me, and Complexity starting to break out of the cage a little bit here in Game 5.
Yeah, could be dangerous for Team Liquid. They get a little overconfident, start pushing forward a little too much. Could find themselves in a territory where they give up just an easy boom downfield over their heads. It's Oski.
Huge 50.
Huge 50, and Oski's out of position on that one. As a toe, trying to clean things up, and here comes Complexity. They're being very methodical. That one gets past, but no one there, and AJG turned away by Acronic. His defense has been so great this season.
Couple of beautiful touches from Acronic there. You thought for sure Liquid was going to give one up, but just in the nick of time, and Oski just misses the cut. I hate that. Just slipped off the roof.
That is the worst when you go for it. You got it lined up. You think the big flick is inbound, and you just completely lose the ball. It happens to the best of us. As that one almost found its mark. Great infield pass, and Complexity Gaming
tip to AJG.
Looking very comfortable, and he goes back. There's CRR. Can't be turned away, and Complexity up by one.
Complexity just saw that touch from AJG, and you knew that's where Raisebowl makes his money. He says, ooh, loose ball, awkward touch, watch me work. Throws it back to AJG, and then all of Complexity was like, oh yeah, we know how to finish this one.
Great play there from AJG. Again, just making one defender go. You all do that, eventually that net's gonna clear out, and you're gonna have an open shot. As Acronic trying to go solo on that one, not gonna work out, and a little slow there on the challenge from AJG. Recognized no one from Team Liquid was there. As 70 seconds remain here in game number 5. Huge implications in this one. Winner goes to match point. Like we said, we'll be moving on to Crew Esports. Loser gonna go down to that lower bracket and only have one life to remain.
And you gotta be careful here if you're Complexity. They do know the value of making sure they only take quality 50s. As that one actually slips by everyone. CRR gets demoed, or Raisebowl gets demoed, and CRR is all alone. Complexity actually in an awkward position here with 40 seconds.
To win.
Liquid should send the house here.
Absolutely. Big double commit from Complexity Gaming. Acronic, no one at midfield to pass that one too. And just as I say that, there goes a toe. And this one, great patience from CRR. AJG had already pushed up and took the boost from CRR. Big double commit, big mistake
and a fake
from Complexity Gaming. Can Team Liquid capitalize?
A lot of space to work with, and actually they're all off on the opposite ends of the pitch. They let Complexity regain their footing. A tough call as a toe denied a touch from Raisebowl. Liquid, do you have
No one's
left?
home! No one's home on the back line for Team Liquid, but no shot available for Complexity.
Oh, what a floater.
It looks like we might be finding yet another overtime. And that ball hits the ground, and Complexity Gaming take game number 5.
I thought Achronic was about to pull some wizardry there on that last 50. I mean, that ball got put way over his head, and somehow the dude just calculates the trajectory and tries to hit the perfect touch with a flip off his wheels and hit that lip and have it skip back middle, but unfortunately for them, Complexity right on time for it. What a battle that was. Complexity having to work pretty hard, at least the first half of that game. It felt like, you know, Liquid picked up where they left off. We're saying, here we come, you're going to have to beat us. And then Complexity started saying, you know what, we're going to pull ourselves out of position a little bit. We're going to go take some midfield boost and force you guys to give us a little bit of space. And then they capitalized on one awkward ball. RazeBull making a great play for his team. Doesn't get credited the assist despite putting the ball towards his teammates who could make something happen.
He gets an assist in my heart.
Yeah.
He started that play. It's the second assist in hockey, right? I mean, you get credit on it. You helped your team out, as we saw them get just pumped up for that one as Team Liquid take the timeout, realize, oh boy, we're backs are against the wall. We need to get the win here. How are we going to do it? And looks like also a little headset issue as XPR are going to get back on that headset, talk to his team.
Got to make sure it works before we actually start the timeout. You can't deny Liquid their proper allotted time as the drama.
Oh boy, there he goes.
It's not working. Is it working?
Just take the headsets off, yell at each other, do something.
Boom.
There we go.
Boom tips to not blow out their eardrums with your guys hit the ball.
I think they've got comms now, so they can chat it up. And
60 seconds.
We've talked about it before. I mean, yes, Team Liquid gets the timeout, but it also benefits Complexity Gaming. They're sitting here talking things out as well. And I think one of the hardest things to do as a player has got to be controlling your emotions. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. Timer has officially been started for the timeout. So 60 seconds here to try and figure out how can we force a Game 7. They've done it so many times before. But one thing I didn't mention, Achieves, when I gave you that stat of every single time they've played NA, those 6 times that went to Game 7, Game 5, yeah, they're 1-5 in those.
Oh,
so it hasn't been pretty for Team Liquid, but getting there, they've done great. So can they get there yet again? Can they force another Champions Field?
This is an awkward situation for Liquid. Yeah, they get there a lot, but even when they start making that adjustment, you know, having Achronic play a little more conservative, making sure that he's able to turn aside some of that, you can never fully contain Complexity, as you saw there in that Game 5. It just took one touch out towards the middle from AJG, sort of a hospital ball situation. Nobody really able to be there in position for Liquid. It just takes one time, and that's when Complexity knows. They can sense that killer instinct, when to turn that switch on. And RazeBull, AJG, and CRR, that's their biggest asset. They just understand, and for lack of a better phrase, you know, they know ball.
They know ball. They sure do. They know how to play this game. They've been to so many of these events, even though this is their first World Championship. It feels so weird saying that for both of these teams.
Yeah, that's
when
crazy.
We've seen them at so many majors. Last season, barely missed out on making the World Championship, did Complexity Gaming. I mean, G2, what was it? 2 reverse sweeps that they lost, and that's why Complexity Gaming didn't make it. Team Liquid last season, just a little too young. They made the spring major and then didn't have enough points, but timeout officially completed. Neo Tokyo is awaiting, and game number 6 is officially underway. Complexity Gaming looking to punch their ticket to continue marching through this group stage.
A few laughs from Liquid at the end of the timeout. Hopefully feeling confident about what they're going to do leading into this one, as early possession, you can see AJG not wasting any time, says, oh, you're going to bring the air dribble down to the floor? I'm going to try and smash you into pieces.
Oh, as RazeBull skies that one a little too high. Very curious what was said in that Team Liquid timeout, because they've shown moments of brilliance. Their team plays have been there. The individual plays have been there. The defense has been there as well. So what do you got to figure out? How do you take down Complexity Gaming? Thankfully, that's not my job. They've got a coach to do that.
Man, another big issue, CRR. So much map presence right now, making sure he's taking away a lot of critical boost for Liquid to stay in the play. He will deny his own corner. from the opposition, and look at him just hold the ball with all this time.
Oh my
Such a tough player. It's not about the mechs that beat defenders. CRR just immaculate all tournament.
Great game sense from CRR. And this is where we find out, was the international transfer worth it?
100%.
Go across the pond, come all the way to North America, leave your family behind to chase your dream of being a world champion. They're one win away from continuing that journey.
Awkward ball here. Oh, what double demo, Razebull and CRR. Just say goodbye, and Ato's like, wait, I'm alone? I have to buy time in this weird spot? And just like that, Complexity still on the attack.
Complexity Gaming, certainly increased
It's
aggression,
open.
and they left their back line open, and Oski just
Where's
walked
AJG?
this one in.
Oh, it's Razebull. He thought something else was going to happen. AJG was stealing Team Liquid's boost in the corner, or was at least in that area, maybe rotating out, and Razebull playing that classic where he likes to play nice, tight support, but that's a dangerous game to play with a high challenge way up on the wall. As if that gets over your head. As
Oh, what a pass.
Everything's open.
Oh my
Look
gosh.
at AJG chop it down.
Oh, the tomahawk from the top rope, and Razebull gonna punch the ticket into the net. Oh boy, Complexity doing no wrong.
That was what Razebull thought was going to happen last time. That's what that type positioning's for. Is you can be right there when that ball comes straight down. No defense is catching you when that comes out.
And just like that, again, this
Deadlock.
series so tight, so close. These teams, what a matchup. You love to see it as that pass.
Whoops.
Not expected on that. Razebull, his card continues to confuse me. It's blue, okay?
That's all right. It almost got me too.
Oh, halfway through game number 6 here. Complexity get by 1. This is an awkward play, but Ato gets that triple tap off that back wall.
You have to respect Razebull just jumping in that ball. Like, yeah, it's not actually scoreable, but he jumps just in case they miss. Because if they miss, it's going to be free.
Exactly.
And he knows that he's got two wonderful teammates on the defensive side of things in the back there. CRR to the middle, picked off by Ato, ripped up to a Chronic and AJG in plenty of time on the goal line.
Yeah, you had to avoid the demo from Oski there. And Oski again just causing chaos on the back line, and Razebull called in to get the save there. Team Liquid pushing forward into the corner here as AJG demoed on that one. Demo's coming through, bumps coming through, but Razebull, big touch there to send it back to mid, but they're not out of murky waters just yet. Great catch from AJG to slow it down. And are they going to be able to transition out into offense? Looks like the answer is going to be yes.
Love that awareness from AJG. He saw Razebull take that ball off the backboard and dismount, and AJG realizes that's where I have to go.
Oh, what a pass!
And dished into the middle, again sniffed out by a Chronic. Complexity still looking for advantage here in game 6. The attack not quite bearing fruit. Dished across right at Ato. Stalled on the goal line, and CRR denied a second chance.
Incredible camera work there as well, as we saw CRR shoot that ball and immediately lean back as to say, you've got to be kidding me. They saved that. What a defensive stance from Team Liquid. Over and over, a Chronic, a Toe, and Oski all combining, and they need it again as they get the big save on the goal line. Complexity continue to knock, but that door is tightly shut.
They got to scramble back as well. Razebull, third man, aggressively committing, and he will find himself in sole possession here as he pushes down the sideline. Chronic looking for a little bit of space. He took away. Oh, he didn't get that boost, actually.
No.
Razebull picked it off, and Oski will find the clear. Huge 50 from him. Razebull to the safety of his own half for the last 5.
And you just saw him flash back, just checking the rear view mirror. 1 second to go here. The pass is there. And is AJG going to keep it alive? The answer is yes. The shot's there, but Razebull, reaction speed not quite good enough. And overtime we head on Neo Tokyo. Team Liquid need it if they want to send us to Champs Field.
Oski testing the defense straight down the middle. The guy's kind of disappeared for a while. Haven't said his
boy.
name in a bit. It's felt like it's been all a toe and a chronic recently. See if Oski has something to say here in OT.
Oh, what a dish. Little 1-2-1 combo from the boys on Liquid to get it done and force another Game 7.
Oh, you can't write it. What a ball out to him. Ato fakes out the defense. Everyone's thinking he's going to touch it, and Oski, he's just parked over there saying, man, if this ball comes to me, I'll do something.
One of my favorite things in Rocket League is unselfish play and seeing the teammates combine to get the goal. And Oski and Ato do exactly that. He wants one from the admin, gets it from the cameraman.
There you go.
I love how much these players have just opened up and come out of their shells on stage. It's so great to see as we look at Raise Bowl. Got to take a deep breath, focus up, because it all boils down to game number 7. 5 minutes going to separate us. No timeout taken, by the way, for Complexity Gaming. They just want to continue rolling on as we get a look at the Mobile One high performance replay. I loved that passing play that we saw there, but the save
couldn't get there.
Even better. But this one, the 1-2-1, as Ato flashes through and Oski doubles it. What do you do there as a defender? What do you do?
They tried to take him out before you could even have a chance on it. They just missed the bump on him. And Oski, oh, goodness gracious me. I was saying he disappeared. The guy actually had over 600 score in that game, making a bunch of saves and a bunch of shots. So he's certainly not as invisible as it appeared.
He was wearing a ghillie suit right now.
Yeah, he just came out of nowhere on me.
As Champions Field officially underway.
Whoa, what a fake. Oh my days.
Great fake.
That put Raise Bowl in a blender. He's like, he pulled off the ball?
You love to see it. The mind games fully in effect on both sides of the pitch, to be fair. But Complexity want to start off early. AJG pushes that one high, and Oski going to clear this one to the side. But still, Complexity Gaming remain on offense, and Ato bombs it downfield, and Oski can't catch up. He's going to be out of position.
Like to see that. Raise Bowl, that tight support denied. And again, a Chronic, he's just parked back there, man. He's just keeping one eye open on Raise Bowl at all times.
I do not blame him. They're basically playing spy on him right now. All eyes have to be on him. Again, like we said, force the other two to do something. Force the other two to beat you. You can live with that, but you don't want to live with giving Raise Bowl the ball and him hammering that goal. As Ato, nice hard shot on target. There's the man we were just talking about, Raise Bowl. As Ato flashes through AJG, forces him to go up, gets him out of the play. Nice save from CRR, recognizing that bump coming through.
The layering, again, perfect, but a lot of boost troubles right now for Complexity. They just picked up 100, and they will just make it back into position. Great. Couldn't ask for better timing on defense than that with the attack coming and the boost spawns for you.
About a minute and a half has elapsed, and Raise Bowl gets denied.
Days.
A Chronic teams up with the post to keep it out.
And Raise Bowl's got to be shaking his head like, man, we got to get that guy out of there.
For real. He has been the rock for Team Liquid, holding down that back line. He might be the smallest member in stature, but when on the field, he is absolutely huge, Achieves. Here comes Raise Bowl. Nice dish to CRR in the box. The passing plays continue to be put on display.
Just a nice little float from CRR. Saw a little bit of an opening there in the midfield. Said, Raise Bowl, go and get it. Raise Bowl more than happy to oblige. Contested pass, but the timing just perfect from Complexity to take the lead.
And Raise Bowl showing you on that one. Once again, why he is #2 in all of North America for assists per game. Setting up his teammates brilliantly, and I think it just is really due to the fact that he's almost there. He's the spearhead of this offense, and my goodness, the fact they kept that one out was brilliant because they had a player flashing through, looking like he was going to push that one into the back of the net.
Great pickoff from Bull. Denied the corner boost there.
Oh,
Free ball for a toe, and he respawns, and he's not in time. I thought he might have made it.
Oh, what a catch and what a shot over the defender. Spawns on far side, and Bull almost gets there. But Team Liquid tie us up in the second half. Can you believe it?
I can absolutely believe it. Wouldn't have it any other way.
And a toe. He's starting to get greedy. He wants more. Loves the taste. Hitting those goals. So here comes Oski. Again, so much time and space. Continues to find it. Gets the dunk. Huge. There's a toe again. Denied by CRR. And Team Liquid gonna maintain control here.
Not a lot of boost there. A little floater. Complexity just trying to figure out, hang on, are we attacking or defending? Dished across. Float back, missed the demo. CRR went for the world there. And AJG trying to lead Bull to water in his corner. And he would just get bumped off his own boost. Thankfully, it will still stay there for him. CRR has to buy time, and Bull's happy that 100 popped out for him. And a clear right back down the middle for Complexity.
Great rotation there from Oski to cover up that back line. Be able to maintain this offensive pressure. Continue to keep Complexity backed in to their own half. So far, Complexity doing a great job of managing that boost. As CRR pushes this one to the wall. Again, just booted out. They're starting to panic. They just want to get this ball out of their own half, and whatever they're doing isn't working. They can't figure out to keep this Liquid offense at bay.
A little miscommunication there from Complexity. They couldn't figure out who was supposed to take that one out. We'll see if they regain possession.
Oh, nice play there from a toe. Recognizing the pre-jump off the ceiling was coming out, going right around that defender. There's Bull up, and again, a Chronic left alone. Here comes a toe, denied on that back line. Less than 30 seconds to go, all tied up. We've officially gone into golden goal territory. Who's gonna take it? Complexity Gaming has been backed up, showing you why they're the best defensive team in all of North America.
Oh,
but
AJG.
will it last as AJG pushes that one out? 10 seconds to go here, and Team Liquid gonna try pull off a miracle. Flip reset, 1, 2, 3! Oski puts them up by 1!
They found the bull, and then they said, you're by yourself, buddy. No one's gonna save you this time. CRR on the respawn, never gonna be in time. They left it in the hands of Big Oz. Turns in a big one with 3 left.
The Giant with the biggest play of his career thus far to push Team Liquid through. But Bull pushes this ball up. They're not done just yet as he keeps it alive. With Complexity Gaming, this would be insane if they pull it off and they get scrambled in the corner, and Team Liquid finally do it. They put the Goblin off their back and put Bull and Complexity into the lower bracket.
What a huge double demo at like 5 left on the clock. Just deleted all the coverage that Complexity was putting up. Devastation for Complexity, and like you said, Liquid, at long last, it's the distance runner, and they have finally come out the other side the victors.
My goodness, Oski just had an insane series. Out of 12 goals, he was involved in 10 of them, just doing everything that he could to produce offense for his team. Put his head on his hands, can't quite believe it himself. And what a way to open up the groups at Chiefs. I mean, 2 games. We've gone to 2 Game 7s. This is just delivering already.
Yeah, you come to the main event. I hope you're ready to watch a lot of Rocket League.
Oh, man.
Insane series to start it off. Ruined Secret, and now Liquid and Complexity. What a show it was. That was a position war. And Complexity, I think they were up to the task. And with Chronic, massive defense all series long. Just decided right in the middle of it, you know what? I got to make sure that I don't let that guy pick us apart. And everybody on Liquid having to do their part to knock off Complexity.
Absolutely. And Team Liquid just showing you that all 3 members needing each other in this victory. Without one, this team does not succeed. Everyone getting involved offensively, defensively. And I want to know what these players have to say as we've got Leaf standing.
Bit of redemption there against their opponents in Complexity after they faced them over there in Boston. I have a Chronic now joining me. You said your voice is gone, understandably. That was quite the ending. I'm sure you weren't expecting that.
Yeah, of course. I think we could have beaten them before, like with less games, but it is what it is. They played really well as well. Yeah, we took it.
Now, obviously, I just mentioned you faced them in Boston, and your North American record, not the best. It was 1-5 before. You're getting over it now. It's 2-5. Did you study specifically for this matchup? Because obviously there was some history and recent history with them.
No, not really. We have our own way to play the game. Like, we don't care who we're playing against. We just try to focus on our way. And yeah, that's what we did.
And what was that? Because obviously there was a little bit of work that was needed for the team in this time between those last matches we saw. What was it that you guys said, we got to work on this? If we want to play our game, it's got to be this?
Of course, I can't say anything specifically, but we just said to each other, like, we have to do this and that. For example, like on the game 6, after we won, like, they talked to me because I didn't play good in the game 6. Like, they didn't play good in some other games. We just talked to each other, like, no take it personally, and yeah.
Is there something specifically just on that NA stat? Is there something specifically about the region that is troubling, or is it just happened to be that way, or is there something NA just has your number on?
No, not really. Normally, when we play against NA teams, we normally think that we go really comfortable, and that was an issue we had before. Of course, I think Complexity is the best team in NA, so of course they are the hardest to play against. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we go overconfident.
And now, you guys didn't get as much warm-up as they had, coming in a bit later here, right into the main event. Do you feel like Wildcard, if you could guarantee that you would make it to the main event, do you feel like Wildcard could have helped some of these teams and might have helped you guys as well feel more confident on day one?
Yeah, Wildcard definitely helped some teams. In our case, we weren't here, but we still tried to work on our mentality with professional help, like psychologists and stuff. So yeah, we were a step behind, but we just proved that even being a step behind, we are the better team today.
And then sometimes you just got to triple a flip reset, double demo. Well, just in those moments like that, I'm just dumbfounded. What do you think when your teammates are doing stuff like that and the team just sinks for one incredible moment?
I don't know, it's actually 3 seconds left, we just scored. Atto just demoed 2 people. Oski's just going on the air, double flip reset. I was just watching them. That was perfect. I don't know, best feeling ever.
I agree, the best feeling ever is when your teammates just go and do something incredible, right? It's awesome. But hey, you guys are getting over that hump, so congratulations on the win, and hopefully that continues on.